Hey everyone, it's been a while. Justin here. Haven't gone live in a long time. Just been posting shorts lately, but I was out here in my garage tinkering around, building stuff, so I figured I'd go live. Uh, just haven't done it in a while, so normally I try to do some type of production value. I really don't care anymore, so I'm just on here live. Um, I have the camera facing away from me, so if you're on the chat, really can't see it. I'll try to turn the camera around in a minute. I did pick up a new toy. I got the Creality Ender 5. It's the S1. This thing's amazing. I got it about a week ago. Been running it nonstop, pretty much 24/7. I started out with building some Battletech terrain. I've been doing a lot of Battletech lately. Uh, so currently printing out some Battletech terrain right now. What I did is I took the traditional maps, and what I did is I created, and I'll show you here in a sec. I'll lay it out on the table. But I'm doing two different types of maps. So I've got the traditional paper maps, where I've created essentially terrain to go on the maps. Not, like I said, I'll show you that in a second. Then I'm also printing out these larger ones, which here I'll bring in a little bit closer to see. Yeah, just been printing out these cool oversized hex terrain. And so I'm basically replicating one of the smaller maps, building out this oversized hex terrain. This printer is amazing, by the way, so highly recommend Ender 5 if you're in the market for a 3D printer. That is definitely a go-to. So here, I'm going to show the wargaming table here so I can show what I've been working on. Here, we'll kind of bring it over here a little bit. We'll go with that right there. So typically, like I said, I'll grab some train. So, a lot of the Battletech games come with these nice paper maps. And the cool thing about these paper maps is you can just play Battletech on it. You got your miniatures. Let me get some of that out of the way from under there. So yeah, you got your hex map, and the bases right here of the battle mechs. You got the hex bases. Fit perfectly on there. So what I did is I wanted to build some terrain for this map in particular. So what I did is I found some really cool STL files that are basically the mountains in just 3D form. Then what I did is I took this map, laid it on the scanner, and just printed off the mountain sections, and then Mod Podged it onto the prints. So that was really helpful. So like right here where I have the 3 hill formation, that's level 1, level 2. Got it built out in 3D here. I can lay it out like that. So the cool thing is it gives you more 3D terrain to play around. So that way you're not just having to use pure imagination with line of sight and everything like that. This was really cool. So I've been playing around with different stuff like that. I also got the Hextech files, which are basically the more cinematic version of this. Just finished printing these this morning. These are pretty awesome. I like that. So that'd be cool because once I paint it up, it can go on my actual gaming table, and I can paint it the same kind of theme as my desert theme there. And that should look pretty good. Let's see here. So yeah, and then so one thing I'm doing too is I'm going to replicate this map here on the table with these bigger hex pieces that I found. So if you see here, these are oversized hexes. So instead of the battle mech, the hex base just fitting on the map perfectly, and if you get 2 of them right next to each other, they're all up ons. And especially when you get the arms And then, you know, when you have mountain ranges right there and you've got these guys right here, like a lot of times they're just butted up against. So the nice thing is with these terrain pieces, the mechs fit right inside and there's plenty of room around them. And I think I can get a little bit more height out of it because there's, you know, there's hill pieces that you can make. And just give it a little bit more height. The only thing is the trees. So for like the dense forest and the light forest, it's a little bit smaller, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all though. I like it. So yeah, I'm going to replicate this map out of these. So you can kind of see already, I've got some road pieces started out. I've got that hill section already printed out. It's going to be a lot of printing. So I've got maybe, I don't know, 15% printed. So it's going to be half of my wargaming table that it'll be done. So pretty cool though. But yeah, to go over like the terrain that I built already, I'm really happy with it. So like I said, did these prints where it's 3D, and you grab the rest here. So yeah, did some bigger ones, so it's pretty cool. So that goes that. There you go. So yeah, that gave it a little bit more depth in itself, which absolutely love that. Gives it a little bit more character. Then what I did is I printed out some trees, some just real simple 3D printed trees. So nothing too crazy. And then that way I can actually mark it on here, and it really brings this map to life. Which I really enjoy. Yeah, so it just adds a lot more character to it. And so I can even, you know, stack the trees on the terrain hills where they would go. And works pretty good. So yeah, we can just plot the trees all around. I didn't print out any rough terrain just because I feel like, you know, it's already pretty tight with it being smaller hexes. I think this will look really cool, you know, if I can end up printing the correct sizes with these hills. I think that'll be really fun to do. Yeah, so you can see just add these in. Yeah, I've already played one game at the game club with this, and it played pretty well. No real complaints. The one thing is I used a bush. These are bushes models, so technically dense forest, and these are more of like for bushes. The first set of prints I did, I really wasn't sure, and they were the light forest, and I kept failing with the prints. Really the only prints that I had fail so far was the light forest. And so rather than just trying to figure that out, I went with the bushes because I was able to print a bunch really fast. So they're only half a mech high. So if you see like, I got a blackjack, it's kind of hard to see. Here. So this is the dense forest, right? And it's perfect for a blackjack, right? Fully, you know, the 2 hexes high. But then when you get to the bushes, right? It's only half. Ideally, it would need to be that high, but it works still. Yeah, I think that's all the trees on here. But yeah, as you can see, that really brings the table to life. And so playing around with this, which is more of a literal interpretation of the map, it's working pretty good. I think the next evolution will be these kind of hills. So these 3D prints are amazing. This was the free STL pack that you can get from the Hextech guys. And then I also was trying out a lot of their other free buildings that you can print out. They work amazing for this. So you can add some more, scatter terrain to the map, and it really just adds an extra dimension and really just gives it a cinematic feel to the gameplay. Absolutely love the 3D printer so far. It's been amazing. So yeah, that's one of the big things I've been working on. I got a lot of good prints done. So, like this is the aircraft hangar. Yeah, it's the aircraft hangar model. It was a big one. It printed really well. The nice thing is these are the universal bases where you can magnetize these to where if you're sticking it on a hex map, you have the hex base, or if you're playing, if you're doing Alpha Strike and you're playing on a table, you can remove the hex base and just set it directly on the table and use normal scattered terrain, and then there you go, you're ready to go back on the hex table. Amazing terrain. I'm going to print out a bunch more with that. So yeah, it's been good. I've been, like I said, just 3D printing nonstop. I'm sure you can see on the YouTube channel where I've been working on painting up some of my Primaris Marines, finally getting that going. I know that Primaris can be taken in drop pods now, so I'm going to pull out a bunch of my old drop pods that I never finished, and I actually built the inside. So get the insides painted up, get these things all painted up with the new Primaris Marines, and maybe do a drop pod assault for some 40k. I think that would be kind of cool. But yeah, just working on, like I said, all this terrain. It's been a blast. Yeah. So more to come. I've been making some shorts for YouTube. Hopefully I'll start putting out some more long form content. Talk a little bit more about the Battletech stuff I'm building. That's been a blast, like I said. It's just a lot of printing. Luckily I'm able to print, I think 7 of these hexes at a time, because I can print 3 1x1s and then 1 4x4 when I do a print. And so I'm slowly chipping away at it. I think it's like 200 and I think I need like 250 of these to make a mat this size, I believe. So it's going to take, a few weeks to print it out. I'm getting probably about 3 runs a day of at least 7 hexes. I don't know, I got to redo the math. It might not take too long, but just some consistency. I've been throwing in some traditional hex terrain in there as I've been going. I absolutely love this Hextech stuff. I think the next big project, I'll get a neoprene mat, just a universal mat that doesn't have any predefined terrain on it. And I'm going to print out the Trinity City set so we can get some, some urban environment for Battletech. I think it'd be really cool to have it to where we've got a bunch of urban mechs in an urban terrain with some defensive emplacements and play some interesting, assault type games. That'd be pretty cool to see. So yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I still have the old terrain that I was building before I had stopped doing a lot of work. The garage got filled with stuff, but we're going through and working on it. Like I said, started painting the Marines again. We'll get some stuff 3D printed for the pallets. I'm thinking I'm going to do some traditional style shantytowns on here still. Just got to get to work on it. I was going to build a bunch of scrap built barrels, but I think it might be better just to 3D print them now. So that'll be the thing, is just finding, you know, some good STL files and everything like that that I can print with. But yeah, I just been printing away. I've got lots of stuff printing. Like I said, I've got all these giant hexes that I'm working on. I think it's going to be really neat to see, you know, to see that. You know, it's just really cool. Just the scale. Yeah, I think it'll be really neat because, you know, we'll be able to have, like, especially with, you know, my Warhammer battle mech. He's got the big PPCs. He'll be able to get around the hills a little bit better. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, like I said, just printing away. Put this over here. Check out the printing. Bars right in there. Let's see if I can get down in there. See that print. Let's drop in there. There you go. Yeah, that's what we're working on. Just more hexes. Yeah, as you can see, it's 7 of those hexes at a time. I've got the only real settings I had to tweak was I had to turn the nozzle temp up a little bit because the weather cooled off a little, so I needed a little bit more consistent heat. And then I slowed the speed down to 90% instead of 100%. This thing prints pretty quickly, but I just wanted it to have a little bit more control. I was having some failing, but not too bad. So, like I said, it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, just wanted to jump on here, say hi to everyone. And here, I'll hold you up like this. So, just wanted to say hi, get on here and do a quick stream, show you a little bit of what I've been working on. I'll try to post some in the community of what I've been doing with the Battletech stuff. And then I might start coming on here a little bit more regularly, and giving some updates on some of these 3D prints I've been doing. These larger hexes are amazing. I don't know if I'll use them as much as the smaller hex, because the smaller hexes are still pretty convenient. I think they'll both have their place. I think for you know, just some really good cinematic shots and some cinematic play, these larger hexes are going to be amazing. I think it'll be kind of fun to do some, you know, some games on there and show them on here. But the smaller maps, much easier to take and play with others, right? So, but anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Let's go back to the print. We'll go to the print for like another minute or so.